Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Joyful House. How are you doing tonight? Happy Thursday, everyone. Thank you so much right off the bat for your patience in getting started tonight. We had a little bit of difficulty over at the watch party. We were about halfway through, and then all of a sudden, the movie just shut off. And unfortunately, even though it's a new DVD, it had a scratch on the back, and Mr. Joyful had to play around with it for almost, I don't know, it seemed like 20, 25 minutes, but we were able to kind of get past that part and finish watching it. So thank you so much for your patience and allowing us to finish that and come over to the tea party. So let's head over to the chat and see who we have here and who all we can welcome in. All right. Right off the bat, I want to give a great big eagle shout out to our eagle, Miss Margie. Welcome into the Joyful House. So glad you're here. And she says, nugs, everyone. And Sanja is giving out nugs and telling Margie she hopes she's feeling stronger every day. Yes, yes. And she's saying hello to everyone. Margie says she is indeed feeling better every day, but still taking it easy. That is awesome to hear, Margie. Hello, Jen. Welcome into the Joyful House. She says she'll be lurking and working. Well, thank you for hanging out and waiting for us. I appreciate that. Thank you, everyone, for coming in and saying hello to each other and giving each other great big nugs and joy. It always makes my heart smile when you do that. And Samantha, so good to see you again. She was over at the watch party with us. And thank you for coming in and saying hello to everyone, Samantha. And let's see. Everyone's still greeting each other. Hello, Zach. Welcome to the Joyful House. So great to have you. And everyone is saying hello to Zach. And he says he's doing good. And thank you guys for your understanding. I appreciate it. It's been I want to say a crazy day, but it hasn't. It's just been a day. That is my teapot shutting off. I got the new one set up, so it gives me a little indicator that it's done. Sanja says she is doing okay. She's had quite a few high pain days, but this evening she feels a bit better. That is great to hear. And Margie just finished eating dinner. Thank you so much, Sanja. I greatly appreciate that. Sanja says, doing okay. The pain has let up some tonight. That is great. Margie's asking Zach how he's doing. What did you have yummy, Margie? We had pork tenderloin, buttery potato slices, and cheesy macaroni here. Oh, wow, that sounds so good. Margie says she had 4 Jack-in-the-Box tacos. Love tacos. Sanja says, sounds good, Margie. I need to make some soft tacos soon. Yes, yes. I love tacos, but I do prefer making them at home and doing all of our own fixings. And like you said, Sanja, doing soft tacos and then having hard tacos for those who want them. Hello, Miss Hope. Welcome in. So glad you're here in the Joyful House. Everyone is greeting one another. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Suzanne. Suzanne was over at the watch party as well. She knew about the difficulty we were having. And welcome back to the Joyful House, Laura. She was also over there with us, as well as Miss Angela. Welcome back to the Joyful House. She says she's doing great, drinking water, and she is working on her Joy Team Mystery Make-Along sweater. Awesome, awesome. And everyone is greeting each other. And we do have another eagle in the house. So if you will, help me give a great big eagle welcome to Wanda. Wanda, so good to have you here in the Joyful House. Wanda was also over at the watch party with us, so that was awesome. All right, let's see. And she is saying hello to everyone. And we have another eagle in the house. So if you will, help us give a great big eagle welcome to Tiffany. Welcome into the Joyful House. So glad you are here. And I'm trying to go find her message. There it is. Hello, Miss Cynthia and everyone. I hope you all had a nice day. I've had a nice day. I just put my pizza dinner in the oven. We do pizza every Thursday. Oh, yum, yum. That sounds great. And everyone is continuing to say hello. Awesome, awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. I'm at the bottom of the chat. So if you guys will put me some emojis in the bottom of the chat. We have another eagle in the house, you guys. If you will, help me give a great big eagle shout out to Miss Kim. So glad to have you in the Joyful House. I was trying to say great and glad at the same time. It's so great glad to have you in the Joyful House. All right. And hang on, I lost the chat again. And she says, hello, everyone, and happy birthday, Cynthia. Thank you very much for that. And Miss Ginny, welcome into the Joyful House. She says, hi, Cynthia, and hello to everyone in their places with bright, shiny faces. I love that. Thank you so much for welcoming Ginny and Kim in. I appreciate that. And there are all those emojis. Thank you so much. Zach says, sorry, Cynthia, about last week. I couldn't attend the movie up. I had to work. I completely understand, Zach. I completely understand. All right. It's tea time. It's a tea party. It's tea time. So this is my new picture. If you remember, it was white. I don't know if I can do this. It's kind of hot. You can see the steam on it. This one has all kinds of gadgets on it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, let's get some water in here. And let that sit there for a moment. And let's see what our tea is. After this tea party, only 2 more tea parties and we'll finish the Advent calendar. All right. Today's tea is caffeine free. I love that. It is a hibiscus with rose, cinnamon, and cloves. It says it is soothing comfort. It has certified hibiscus in it, rose petal, licorice, elderflower, lime flower, cloves, cinnamon, lavender, and chamomile. And it is organic. So let's see what we got here. Whew, it's kind of strong. I smell the cloves right off the bat. I'm smelling something else. It's not the cinnamon. I think it's going to be the lime flower because it has strong clove smell and a strong lemon smell. So I don't know if you can really see those or not, but Here we go. And now you can see some pretty bright colors in that. Let me grab this tea bag and hold it up. Oh, that tea bag's hot. But I see a lot of browns and reds in there. So, and it is turning my water kind of a pinky rose red. I imagine that's the rose in it. And we're going to let that seep a little bit, and then I'll show you the water in a minute with all the coloring to it. So let's let that seep for a minute. Let me move my water bottle and put this on the little heat pad here. And we'll come back to that after it has seeped a little bit. Kind of excited about this one. Got a lot of interesting flavors. So I'll be the guinea pig. All right. We have some birthdays and anniversaries to celebrate. So if you will, help me celebrate these. Let me come on over here and grab all of our birthday friends. So we have celebrating their birthday this week, Mary Lycon from Proud Grammy Crochets, Michelle from Nana Michelle Crochets, VJ from VJ's Crochet, Gloria from Miss Glow's Crochet Creations, Gina Ingram, and of course myself. And if you have a birthday, and especially if I announce the birthdays for the week and your name is not on there, that means I don't have it. And so I can't celebrate it if I don't know when it is. So if you don't think I have your birthday, let me know in the chat, let me know in the comments after the live, or send me an email. All right, if you will, join me in singing happy birthday to all of our friends that are celebrating their birthdays this week. All right. Happy birthday to all of them. Hope they are having a great week. All right. And then we have a couple anniversaries to celebrate. We've got some Joy Team members that are celebrating their 2-year anniversary. So we want to give a great big shout out to them. So first off, we want to say happy anniversary to Trayvon and to Miss Vicky Oodles for their 2-year anniversary on the Joy Team. And then we have a team member that is celebrating their 3-year anniversary, and definitely want to say happy anniversary to them as well for celebrating 3 years. So happy 3rd anniversary on the Joy Team to Miss Margie. All right. Next, I want to do a shout out for all the new Joy family that we have had recently. And that is H. Jeanette Nuno and Vima's Crochet. It is always so great to have new friends and new family members over here at the Joyful House. So if you will, help me celebrate our new friends. All right. And I am going to let that tea steep for just a second while we wake up and do a joy dance. Woohoo! All right, I'm going to see. This is hot. I doubt I'm going to be able to drink it just yet. I can't really tilt it too far, but you can tell that the water is definitely colored, and it is kind of probably more of a mauve. It's not really a red, and it's not really a pink. It's more of a mauve color to it. So I'm going to let that continue to cool because it still feels pretty hot. All right. Announcements. I do have a few. So let's see here. Just a reminder, some of you have heard about this already, and some of you may not have been here last time, but next Thursday, we will not have a watch party or a tea party. I know it's not the first Thursday of the month, but our son Jonathan is flying out of Charlotte on Friday morning very early to go to Reno, Nevada. He is planning on hiking a trail there with a Marine buddy that he met when he was in the Marines, and they're gonna hike that trail for the week. And so Todd and I, when he gets off work, we're gonna head over there and spend the night. And then we're going to get up about 1 o'clock in the morning and head on out and take Jonathan to the airport. He has to be there fairly early. So we're going to take him and then enjoy our drive back. So there also will not be a movie night next Friday night as well. So I'm kind of sad about that in a way, because we've only had one movie night this month, because first off, the first Friday of the month was 4th of July. Again, hope everyone had a great one. Then the second Friday, we had Real Delight and the Eagle Live. And so now here we are in this week. We will have movie night tomorrow night, but then since we're doing that with Jonathan, we won't have it next Friday. So it will be August before we come back. But remember, the first Thursday, Friday in August is usually Real Delight and the Eagle Live. And I am going to be very honest. I have not made a decision on what that movie is going to be or if we're going to have it yet. I'm doing my best to literally just live day by day. It's just been a really rough week for me. I have been literally sleeping a lot. My sugar is still maintaining those high levels, and it's just taken everything out of me. So I am resting a lot. So there's a very strong possibility we just may take the month of August off and not have a Real Delight for August. But you will know, because I will always put information on the community page, letting you know what's coming up or what is not happening. So anyway, traveling box of joy. It is that time, you guys. It was supposed to go out today, as it being my birthday, but to be honest, again, I spent the better part of today in the bed. So I did not make it to the post office, but Mr. Joyful does get off early tomorrow. So as soon as I finish Bible study, we are going to go put that in the mail. All of the folks that are participating, you will hear from me by the end of day tomorrow with some updated news about the traveling box of joy and the rules and all of that. And you will continue to hear little pieces from me as it travels. So if you are participating, you might want to make sure you're checking your email and also your text messages. But all of that will officially start as of now. So for the rest of you, be in tune for those update videos. But very, very excited to be launching the Traveling Box of Joy for 2025. Tomorrow is the last Bible study of our 1st and 2nd Samuel Bible study. So what a great ride and journey that has been. I know I personally have learned a lot. And when we start Bible study again, we are going to be looking at the book of Philippians. And again, that's another thing. Stay tuned. I know that because of next Friday, we do not plan on having Bible study. I did not plan on having it anyway. I was going to take at least 1 week off in between ending one and starting the other. But honestly, due to everything that's been going on, I have not had a lot of time to start preparing for that. And I love to do my research on it. I love to dig deep and make sure I have all the details as accurate as I can as we read through those scripture verses. And I am hoping to be able to do a lot of that on our trip with Jonathan and staying at his house. And so hopefully I'll get more of that done. But stay tuned, because I haven't decided if we will then start the following week or if we will actually wait and start in September. And the reason being is Todd and I will be going on vacation in September to celebrate our 20th anniversary. And so it's very possible that I just might take the rest of the summer off and, one, focus on getting better, and two, waiting till all of our traveling is done so that we don't continue to have all these breaks in between, that we can just keep smooth sailing. So again, check out the community page and that will keep you up to date for that. All right. Joy word. I don't know if you guys saw it, but I had a revelation and thought, what would mean the most to me for this birthday, turning 56? What have I learned? What is it that I want to achieve? What is it that makes me happy? And it truly is living a life of joy. Doesn't mean it's going to be easy, because if you're looking at me for easy, my life is anything but easy, but it is definitely joyful. And I have much to be grateful for and thankful for. And if I can pass that joy on, then that truly makes me happy and would be the most amazing birthday. So I thought, what better way to pass on joy than to do a highlight on a joy word, and where more people can see it. So I have decided to start doing on Mondays just a little short for the joy word. So to see the joy word, you just have to look for the short on Monday. But we will not be doing the joy word in the tea parties at this point going forward, because we're going to do a short. And the first short, the introduction that went out Monday, it was boring because you had to look at my face. But you know what? Going forward, it will be more exciting because there will be other things that you'll be seeing as that joy word is shared. So to see what I'm talking about, stay tuned and check us out on Monday. All right. 2 days to Friday. Why don't we go over and check out that question? Let me get that pulled up here for you. And then before I actually jump into that, let me jump back over to the chat and check on that. And I got off that watch party and I thought I had everything opened, and I did, except for my community post, but got it now. All right, let's check out the chat. I'm going to go find all those wonderful emojis. And if you guys will do me a favor and start dropping some more emojis, that will be most helpful. All right, here we go. There are all those wonderful emojis. Thank you. Thank you. Oh no, Sanja thinks she lost her internet. I hope not. I felt bad because you sent me the link and I couldn't come, but I know Miss Cynthia would understand. Absolutely. Absolutely. I would rather y'all have the link for things and be able to come if you can than to not have it and not be able to come and you can because you don't have it, if that made sense. Oh, you guys are still loving on one another. Thank you so much for that. Sonja is back on for the moment. Be nice, internet. Be nice, right? I have a feeling, Tiffany, it is going to be a very flowery flavor. I do smell the cloves and lemon the strongest. That lemongrass is what it is. It's not lemon, but it's a lemongrass. But it smells lemony. But I taste the cloves and I taste the cinnamon. I'm trying to taste for that licorice because y'all know I love licorice, but I am not tasting the licorice. The cloves is the strongest. It's hard to say if it's actually a flowery taste because I taste the cinnamon and the cloves the most, which, by the way, I give it a thumbs up. Definitely a thumbs up on this one. But no, I don't taste the licorice, and I don't per se taste the rose or what I would think rose would taste like, or the lemongrass. But it's very good. Being warm with those cloves and that cinnamon, it has a very strong taste. Can't wait to see what it tastes like after it's cooled down a little bit more. So we'll check it out. Oh, thank you. That's one of my Charlie Brown ones. Lucy and Snoopy. Schmack. Big old kiss there. I think Mr. Joyful gave this to me for Valentine's one year. This is really good, y'all. Obviously, I keep going back for more. Hello, Dawn P. Welcome into the Joyful House. And thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you, Hope. I appreciate that. They're all wishing me a happy birthday. Tiffany says, happy birthday to everyone with birthdays this week and an extra happy birthday to you, Miss Cynthia. Thank you. And thank you guys so much for always celebrating birthdays with our friends week after week. I appreciate that. And Dawn is saying hello to all the beautiful people here, which means everyone in the Joyful House is beautiful. And if you don't believe me, ask Dawn because she said it. She called it. She nailed it. Thank you, Margie, for wishing everyone a happy birthday. I appreciate that. Saturday is going to be a hard day for us. It would have been my brother's birthday. He would have been 34 years old. Well, happy birthday to him in heaven. And definitely wishing all of you a day filled with wonderful memories of your brother. Wanda, thank you for wishing a happy birthday to everyone. Pardon me. And Sonja and Suzanne, thank you guys so much for wishing all of our friends a happy birthday. And Ginny, thank you, Sonja, for those hugs for Zach. And thank you for wishing all of our Joy team that are celebrating their anniversary a happy anniversary. Suzanne, sorry, I struggle on holidays too, but I always get through it. Of course it's hard. You miss them, you know? There's a little bit of a gap there. But they would want you to keep going on and celebrating life because every day is worth celebrating. And we have a milestone to celebrate. Want to celebrate Sonja for 28 months on the Joy team. She did have to step away for a minute, and she has come back, and I should have already shouted her out on the community post. And Sonja, I am sorry that I have not done that. Again, I have no excuse other than I have literally been sleeping all week. Definitely hoping for some big changes, but I promise I will be getting that out on the community page. But welcome back. And if you guys will help me in celebrating her milestone with her. Awesome, awesome. All right. Thank you, Suzanne, for wishing our Joy Team members a happy anniversary. And Sonja says, Zach, honey, please don't say sorry. Losing a sibling is hard. Right? Sonja knows. She knows what she's talking about. So thank you, Sonja, for that encouragement and that love and those hugs that you're giving out to Zach right now. All right. Sonja says, prayers for traveling mercies for you all. Thank you so much. We are looking forward to it. Mr. Joyful and I are looking for a little bit of time away to just take a deep breath and come back and jump back into everything. But I'm hoping to do more than sleep. So I'm hoping that we can actually take a walk. Jonathan's got a big pond in his neighborhood, and it's got a sidewalk around it and a playground and some picnic tables. So hoping that we can go walk around that and take Holly. And y'all know we want to play on that playground. All right. Yes, she says she understands that, Zach. She has been through that herself. Hello, Miss Doris. Welcome into the Joyful House. Nugs, nugs. Hope you're doing well on this beautiful Thursday. Do what you need to take care of yourself and your family. Thank you. You're always so sweet. But I wanted you to know that I had not forgotten you or overlooked it. In fact, I have not been in the studio since Monday. In fact, I didn't do an update on the Crochet Heart Project Tuesday, but I promise you that there will be one this coming Tuesday because I did get to make some progress on his sweater, and oh my goodness, it looks so good. I can't wait to share. Zach says, Sonja, I don't think he loves me anymore. The last words I told him were, I don't like you. I promise you, that is the furthest thing from his mind. He does love you. Do not doubt that. Zach, that doesn't affect the life between siblings. Even when we speak angry words, we all know we love each other. Absolutely. Absolutely. Very, very true. Stop saying you're sorry. Right now. Thank you, Doris. She says the shorts are a great idea for the joy word. I am truly, truly excited about it. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. Thank you, guys. You dropped all those emojis for me. I love it. I love it. Kim says, I have a question. I wanted to donate memberships, but there is not that option. Why? Oh, I don't know. Can anyone answer that question? It does allow me. I've got it pulled up and it does allow me, which does remind me of something I almost forgot. right. I don't know. Can someone else just open it and see if it gives you the option of doing that? So we can see if it's maybe something on the YouTube side or on me with settings. And Margie is asking, Kim, what device are you on? Tiffany says that's probably a good thing with all those flowers. Licorice is a strange flavor in tea. Although, though, I do have some licorice tea, and I love it. I love it. Speaking of that. Might drink all of this one before the night's over with. And she says she is on her iPhone. Why? 'Tis true. You are handsome, but you're also beautiful. We are all beautiful. Thank you so much, Angela. Wishing a happy birthday to me. Margie said you can't do it on the iPhone. You have to be on a computer. Ah, well, that's good to know. I did not know that either. And she said, interesting. Kim did. Thank you so much, Angela, for wishing all of our friends a happy birthday. Hello, Miss Nisi. Welcome into the Joyful House. How are you, my beautiful friend? So good to see you here. You guys, let me know what the weather like is over there for you guys. Earlier today, when I started the watch party at 7 o'clock, it was 103 outside, but it has now dropped 9 to 93. So it's dropped 10 degrees in about 2.5 hours. But of course, we got the AC on in here. In fact, I actually was freezing during the watch party. Oh, thank you guys for welcoming Nisi in. I appreciate that so much. Hello again, my beautiful Samantha. Nugs, nugs, nugs. Sandra, you're so sweet. Always, always. Again, thank you guys for welcoming Nisi in. I appreciate that so much. Nisi says a blanket hello to all in the chat. Again, everyone is saying hello to Samantha and Nisi. You guys just make my heart go boom, boom, boom. I appreciate that so much. All right. Finish up the chat here, and then we're going to move on to makes, and then we're going to pull up our video. So excited. Laura says, I'm sorry how you're feeling today. I know the feeling you're going through. I'm so sorry. I do not wish it on anyone, but I do hope that you start feeling better very soon, my friend. I know some of you have had a really crazy week. Some of you have had some family members go to the hospital. And I have pretty much been in touch with all of you and followed up. Poor Angela, I did it with her right in the middle of the watch party. And for those of you who know, and then for those of you who don't know, Isaac did go to the cardiologist Tuesday on his heart, but I sadly, after sending 2 texts that day, have still not heard how it went or what they found out. But I can tell you that my mom went into the hospital Tuesday. She went into AFib Tuesday morning, and about 8 o'clock, they called 911, and they sent the fire truck first because it gets there faster. And the firemen, they helped her until the ambulance got there, and she went to the hospital. They did end up admitting her and keeping her overnight. Yesterday, they shocked her heart about 3:30ish in the afternoon. And no, that was on Tuesday. Tuesday, between 3 and 3:30, they shocked her heart. They only had to do it one time, and it got back into rhythm. But they did tell her that had she waited any longer, that she probably would have had a heart attack and have not survived. They said that her heart, the rate that her heart was beating was about 4 heartbeats slower. And if it had been faster, it would have triggered a heart attack. But she is home. She came home yesterday, And bless her heart, she called me and on the way home and told me that she just needed to hear my voice and wanted me to hear hers. And so made my heart melt. But anyway, but she is doing good. She has called me several times today. And that's been really, really great to talk to her. And she sent me this really, really cool crochet pattern, hoping that I can make up these little items and sell them for Christmas time. So they were these really cute little Santas. So I told her I would definitely give it a go. They have a little Christmas tree that they put out every year. And I would definitely, if I don't make them for selling, I would definitely make one for her to put on her tree. But she's right. They would be really cute, not only as ornaments on a tree, but on gift packages. So anyway, so I was very appreciative of that. Her birthday is this Sunday. So very excited for her. I'm just going to call it like it is, but she'll be celebrating her 79th birthday. So go mom. But anyway. Margie says, Zach, I told you about the S word. And look at Zach. You see him, Margie? He's changing the subject. He says, I hope you're home resting. Hope says, Zach, I've told my siblings and my children that I love them all the time, but may not like how they're being all the time. Do you know, Hope, that's exactly my message to my kids when I had to put them in timeout. I put them in timeout, and when they came out, I always told them that I love them, that nothing in the world could change that. But I didn't appreciate their behavior or their attitude or the words they were using or the way they were behaving. And therefore, I needed them to take some time out to think and reflect on how they were behaving or what they had done and how they could improve going forward and not do it again, so that they too were always demonstrating unconditional love at all times. And so that was always our little spill every time they came out of timeout. And my friends would always go, how can you put them in timeout? They're so cute. And I'm like, yeah, you won't say that when they're older and they're snobby because they haven't been disciplined. And thank goodness, love my friends, but thank goodness I didn't listen to them. I went with my inner tuition, my mother tuition, and they turned out pretty okay. All right. Samantha, you'll have to go back and check on that. We're not doing the joy word at the tea party anymore. We're doing shorts. All right. Hello, sweet Bridget. Welcome into the joyful house. How are you doing today? Are you surviving this South Carolina heat? Although I'm learning not to complain because our friends out there on the West Coast, we don't even come close to having what they have. Okay, Wanda's saying it does show on hers. Yes, you do, Zach. Yes, you do. I used to say sorry all the time too, but I'm learning. I'm learning. You got it. You got this. You got this. I'm confident. Margie says, Samantha, she's not doing anymore. Yep. Gotcha. Kim says, oh, well, it's the thought that counts. It is the thought that counts. Nisi says, I see the gifting option. You have to already be a member to gift memberships. And a member means subscribe to the channel. You don't have to be a paid member, from what I understand, to do it. Ginny says, I enjoy the shorts too, with the meaning of joy gives us inspiration. I love it. Honestly, I've also been extending it to Facebook, or I will be. I've only done the one, but I will be sharing it out on Facebook so that all of my Facebook friends who are not YouTube people can also be inspired by a joy word. But thank you for that, Jenny. Thank you, Doris. Yes, I'm doing it on Mondays in a short. All right. Bridget says, next, my friend, I hope you're all doing well. I'm currently on the kitchen about to pull a fresh loaf of bread out of the oven. Oh, I bet your house smells amazing. And she says, my house smells amazing. Yes, yes, I bet it does. Right, Zach? Nothing beats that fresh smell of fresh bread. The option shows up on mine. I'm using an Android. Okay. Thank you guys so much for this input, this intel. Inquiring minds now know. Thank you, Miss Margie, for your lovely gift. And I have something for you as well. So you guys, if you will join me in thanking Miss Margie for her lovely gift. This is for her. Thank you, Miss Margie. And we'll do a blanket big video thank you at the end. All right. Margie's weather is in El Centro is fair with a temperature of 101 degrees Fahrenheit. The wind is blowing from the east at 8 miles per hour, and the current humidity, we don't know. But that wind needs to pick up, needs to cool them off at 101. Happy birthday, Cynthia, and everyone in the Joy House. Thank you for that, Laura. Nisi says, I'm resting and healing from my surgery yesterday. That's right, Nisi. Well, glad that you gave us an update on how you are doing. I know that it takes time to fully recover, so I'm praying. I know you're a busy gal. I know you've got a big household that just needs you at all times, but I know that they are working and giving you the grace that you need to heal and rest. So I hope that you'll take it. We as women try to be Wonder Woman. There I go. Get it out. But they need you. So I hope you will give yourself that grace. And it sounds like you are. So awesome job. Tiffany says, my phone is telling me it's 90 here and pretty sunny with a few clouds. Not too bad. That would be a pretty good day for me. I could take that. And Sanja is, Nisi is thanking Sanja. Thank you, Suzanne. She has given Nisi prayers for her recovery. Appreciate that so much. All right, let's see. Thank you, Doris, for your prayers and Ginny for yours. Appreciate that so much. You guys are such an amazing group of friends. Love it when we pray for each other and lift each other up. So Samantha, we are still doing the joy words. They're just going to be shorts from now on that will come out on Monday mornings. So you'll have to catch them on the channel. And Samantha's weather in Fort Collins is sunny with a temperature of 75. Now that's my weather right there. That's the temperature I like. Not too cold, not too warm. The wind is blowing from the southeast at 9 miles per hour. Awesome, awesome. And Miss Doris in Mill City has sunny with a temperature of 84. Still not too bad. The wind is blowing from the west at 7 miles per hour. Awesome. And Wanda, thank you. She has gifted 5 memberships, so we need to find out who those folks are. But before we do that, I have something for Wanda. And I've got to write Margie and Wanda down. And I'm going to do that. Let's see. All right, Miss Wanda, this is for you. you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I'll have to try and see who that is, and I'm going to do that during the video that I'm about to show you of everyone's makes and the bloopers. And again, we'll do a dance for Margie and Wanda at the end. Miss Sanja, her weather over in Whitesburg, or is it Whitesburg, are thunderstorms with a temperature of 73. The wind is blowing from the south-southwest at 5 miles per hour. I love a good rainstorm. Yes, Doris. Thank you for thanking Wanda. I agree. Thank you so much, Wanda. Nisi says, little man has been by my side since I got home yesterday. He's been so sweet taking care of his mom. Well, you guys have always had a close bond, but that is so sweet. And I'm sure for him, the uncertainty might have been a little bit frightening, but he's grateful to have you. And that's so sweet that he wants to take care of you. What a joyful blessing. Thank you so much, Margie, for those prayers for Nisi. Sanja, I couldn't agree more. She is raising a very fine young man. Indeed, she is. And Nisi's weather and Victor are sunny with a temperature of 83, and the wind is blowing from the northwest at 11 miles per hour. Nice little breeze there. That's pretty good for an 83. Cool you off. Thank you, Laura, for your prayers for Nisi. I did say hi to you, Samantha. Actually, I did it twice. Yes, yes. Suzanne, thank you so much for congratulating those new members. We're actually getting ready to dance for them, and then we're going to find out who they are. And Nisi is thanking Suzanne and Laura and everyone for their prayers. Thank you, Miss Tiffany, for your sweet gift. I also have something for you, and here we go. Okay. Oh, sorry. Had to find my way back. Thank you, Doris. All right. So let's play this for all of our new Joy family, Joy team members that Wanda just gifted. And this is for them. Well, I went to go grab my book and I just broke it. Right here, just broke it. But that's all right. It will still serve its purpose. All right. What is today's date? Duh, July 17th. All right, I got Miss Margie and Wanda and Tiffany written down, and I'll also make sure that those entries go onto the wheel. All right. And Tiffany is saying, hello, Miss Doris. Thank you for doing that. Love it as always. Can't say it enough, and don't ever get tired of saying it. I love how you guys come in and love on each other and greet one another. All right. And thank you, Miss Kim, for your gift. I have something for you as well. And this is for you. Thank you so much. Again, we're going to do a big dance for all of you at the very end. Sanja, thank you so much for welcoming our new members. I can't wait to go see who they are. And again, we'll be shouting them out on the community post a little bit later on. Sanja says, we are having a bad storm. Going to hop off here. Have a blessed night, all. Well, be careful and be safe. A lot of people have experienced a lot of bad storms with flooding lately. So I hope they're safe. I will have to remember to check in on her in a little bit. Yes, Nisi, I hope she stays safe. Thank you guys for hugging Sanja out. And we're at the bottom of the chat. So if you guys can drop me some emojis, I am going to pull up our video here so we can look at all the makes that you guys have shared tonight and the bloopers that we have. We do have a few bloopers tonight. Oh, let me let me go grab this. Our little whale. Thank you, thank you. And there's a reason that's black. Hang on with me. Get back over here. Okay. All right, here we go. Enjoy the makes from our friends and the bloopers. Not sure what happened to the music. That is a beautiful sweater and scarf, Jenny. Did it stop playing? Well, I'll give us some music. Oh. Ask you to go for one of our old-time rambles through September Wood and over hills where spices grow this afternoon, said Gilbert, coming suddenly around the porch corner. Suppose we visit Hester Gray's garden. Okay. Everybody's busy chatting with me today. Is it true that she wore so many diamonds that you couldn't tell where the diamonds left off and Jane began? Anne laughed. She certainly wore a good many. With all the diamonds and white satin. my video just started. I don't know why. It's been doing that on its own lately. I guess if it's up and it does like 3, 2, 1 and it's on. So we will edit this part out for sure. All right. You ready? Okay. I'm going to be editing a lot. Okay. Oh, here's in front of my phone. Okay. There we go. You still see a little bit of my phone, but move over. All right. Here we go. Almost a full minute to edit out. Let me just stop. She says, I'm a list maker and a calendar keeper. You know that thing you're really good at now that you've done a ton of times? You were new at it once. There is so much pleasure. Oh my gosh. Pleasure pressure. Under pressure. Da, 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 da. Not pleasure, pressure. All right. As you can tell, even on lives, I have a hard time spitting my words out right. I get so excited and it's like words come out and that's not what the brain was trying to put. So you get to see it in bloopers too. Okay, Wanda, thank you so much. You gifted a membership to Sue, who we know as Mama Susu, Kim G, Sunita Makes Crochet Items, Vima's Crochet, and China, the Crochet Queen. So thank you so much for that. All right. You head back over to the chat and look for your emojis. And there they all are. Thank you so much for helping me out there, Margie and Miss Doris and Kim and Suzanne. Appreciate all those emojis. Help me find my way right back where I needed to be. And right, Suzanne, that sweater of Ginny's, gosh, why can I not talk today? Yes, nice fall colors. And she had a scarf with it as well. She did a great job with that. Kim says, laugh out loud. I turned my phone up, thought it was me. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I honestly didn't get it done until today. And I was trying to do it in and around all these, you know, wonderful, fabulous, joyful birthday calls. So I am sure it is definitely an operator error. A blooper within a blooper. Everyone is saying, so cute, so cute. Right, Kim? That dress that Margie made is absolutely darling. Suzanne says, pretty, Margie. And Kim says, cool blanket, Samantha. Yes, that was her Boggy Creek blanket that she was making, and love all those bright, bright colors. Suzanne says, I love those colors, Samantha. Yes, yes. Hello, Miss Janice. Welcome into the Joyful House. How are you tonight? So good to see you. And everyone is still saying hello to each other. Thank you guys so much for that. And Suzanne says, hi, Janice. You just missed the makes. If you go back just a bit, you can have a look at them. Oh, thank you so much for that, Suzanne. Thank you, Jenny. Appreciate you sharing your makes. Appreciate everyone that shares their makes. And of course, for every completed project that you share, you do get 2 entries on the giveaway wheel. And we will be spinning that wheel at our next tea party, which will be August the 13th. No, excuse me, the 14th. August 14th is when we will be spinning that wheel. All right. Thank you, Suzanne. I couldn't have said it better myself. She says, thank you, everyone who shared their makes. I'm glad that you guys are enjoying those makes when our friends send them in. I know I do. I do. I love seeing what everybody's making. I love being inspired by them. Okay, speaking of makes, I haven't really done a whole lot. In fact, really, honestly, the only thing I've done is I've worked on the sweater for Todd for Crochet Heart with Dana from Wonderless Crochet. And I will be doing an update on that next Tuesday, so you'll get to see that. But other than that, the only other thing that I have been working on, as I've said, I've, just really had kind of a rough week, is I finally finished the baby sweater. I just have to put the buttons on it, but I'm not going to put the buttons on until I finish the second one. If you remember, when I bought this ice cream yarn, I said I wanted to make a little girl set and I wanted to make a little boy set. So I am working to do that, but I had just one sleeve left to finish. So I have finished it with the exception of the buttons. So I'll be doing that. And then, and this pattern came from Sarah with Crochet for Baby. I took this pattern from her. And then I made a little hat to go with it. And all I did was a couple of rounds of, our double crochet increases until it was 4 inches across the crown. And then I just copied the pattern that she did in the sweater into the hat. And so made a little hat to go with it. So this is it. And I have started the second sweater. I actually started this yesterday on a play date. And that's how much I got done. So that's all I have to share as far as makes go from the Joyful House. But as soon as I get them done, I'll get pictures and I'll put them in the slide as well. Pardon me. It's the tea. It's the tea. But it is good. Almost gone. Hello, Vima. Welcome into the Joyful House. So glad you're here. I don't know how long you've been here, but I want to let you know that earlier in the live tonight, Wanda gifted you a membership to the Joy Team. So I hope you'll come join us this coming Monday at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Thank you guys for welcoming her in. She says, thank you so much, dear, for the milestone. Much appreciated. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. And everyone is saying hello. Keep that up, you guys. We cannot love and hug on each other enough. Enough. There's no limit on hugs and love. We just got to keep doing it. And you guys do a phenomenal job. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Jenny. I've had a lot of fun. I love making baby clothes. So I have made, I'm almost afraid to say it, but I have made a little bit more progress on the Stranger Things blanket. And I promise y'all know I don't like making promises that I don't think I can keep. But I promise you that I will work ahead of time, that before the live starts, I'll make sure that Mr. Joyful helps me get it moved from the craft room into from the craft room in here in the studio. Right now, with what is going on, I physically cannot pick that blanket up. So I promise you, I will make sure on August the 14th, He helps me have it in here so I can show it to you guys. I started to send out the next tutorial on it, but I have decided, and I hope that you guys will bear with me and understand, I want to go ahead and finish it up, and then I'll send out the remaining tutorials. Some of you have requested the graphs for the parts that have already come out, and I do plan on getting those to you before the end of tonight. But I want to be able to, once it's done, just be able to every 2 weeks. It has been the longest project, I think, that has ever taken me to finish, besides the Jada and Stitches blanket, which I did finish. You guys got to see it. It's been 2 years in the making with Stranger Things, and I'll be glad to get it done. And then once I have it done and the tutorials are going out, I will go back in my notes and start actually writing up the pattern and getting it ready moving forward to put in either my Etsy shop or my webpage, whichever one I end up doing. So very excited. Good night, Hope. She says she has an early appointment in the morning and needs to get the kids off to bed. Well, have a great Friday. And speaking of that, we need to go over to our Friday question. Thank you guys so much for loving her out. I appreciate that. Sorry, I accidentally hit update on my phone and I am back, obviously, LOL. Bless your heart. All right, so let me get this video closed and let's get the channel back up here. And let's go over and do our little Friday question. Did you guys figure it out? Do you think you know the answer? I did put one out yesterday and it was not supposed to go out until 2 weeks. But that's okay, because I will come back and, well, you know what? I think I may go ahead and answer it today. I might just go ahead and answer it today. Let's see here. So let me find the one that went out last week. Okay, here it is. It says, which did I learn to do first? Crocheting or knitting? 70% said crocheting and 30% said knitting. The correct answer is knitting. My aunt taught me how to knit dishcloths, and it was after I started knitting, and I've been knitting for probably, I don't know, maybe 3 months. Very fresh into Todd and I being married. So I have been crocheting and knitting, if you will, for 20 years. And we'll be celebrating 20 years this year. But anyway, she taught me how to knit dishcloths. She was getting ready to move from South Carolina back to Florida, and I asked her to make me some, and she says, I'll do you one better. I will teach you how to make them. So she taught me how to knit the basic knit stitch and purl stitch. And then my son, Jonathan, had a blanket that another aunt, they are sisters to my mom, had made him when he was born, and he carried it everywhere, and it was starting to come unraveled. My gosh, he got it when he was born, and I think it was somewhere around, well, he's 28, so That would make him 8 years old when that happened. And anyway, I happened to find the exact colors of yarn. And so I attempted to crochet another blanket for him. It is in my intro video for the channel. So you get to see it, and you get to see it's my first blanket ever. And it actually became a Y. It started out straight and it became a Y. And I was so embarrassed. And I was like, oh, I got to make another one. And he made me not do that. He wanted to keep it. And to this day, he still has it and he still uses it 20 years later. Talk about making a mama feel good. But anyway, so I taught myself how to crochet to make that blanket for him. And then after that, it just became a love and a passion. So here we are. But the first thing I learned to do was knitting. So if you were one of the 30% that said knitting, that was the correct answer. All right. I'm going to check on the chat, but I'm going to let you tell me if you want me to go ahead and answer the question that I put out yesterday, or if you want it to sit out there and get a true reading and other folks a chance to answer it. And we answer it the next time we have a tea party. But I'll let you decide in the chat since that's 2 weeks away. All right. We were loving folks in and loving folks out. Yes, you are so correct, Vima. She is brand new to the channel, and so glad to have her here. And now she gets to experience a month with us over at the Joy Team. So excited about that. All right. She says, sorry, just woke up. So typing mistake membership, I knew what you meant. I knew you meant the channel. You are all good. All right. And everyone was hugging Hope out. Again, thank you so much for doing that. Margie says, I'm planning on making some booties and a diaper cover to match the dress. I'm currently making a corner-to-corner baby blanket. Cannot wait to see all of that. It's exciting. I love making baby stuff, Margie. So my excitement tank is just going, off the chart for you. I hope that you enjoy making it as much as I do. All right. And she is hugging Hope out. All right. Samantha says, from the watch party. I'm missing that. What is that? Oh, she said she watched the video. Samantha, let me know what you're talking about there, hun, because I'm honestly not sure. And I don't want to not address your comment. So what did you mean by that? And thank you so much, Miss Kim. She says, what have you done to celebrate your birthday day? I got up at 9:30 this morning and I did my quiet time and I read from the book that I've been reading. So I read that for a while. And then I did crochet for a little bit, answered a lot of phone calls, but about 11:30, I laid down until some of my coworkers from my previous job called me to wish me a happy birthday. And then right after I hung up with them, my mom called me. We've talked several times today. And then I took another nap. And then I came into the studio and started getting ready for everything tonight. So it's been kind of a low-key day. Sounds like a normal day. But I do know that when I finish, I do have some birthday gifts from you guys on the channel and birthday cards from some of you on the channel that I'm going to open. And Mr. Joyful has bought some peach cobbler because I told him I didn't want any cake for obvious reasons. But something I had been craving that I hadn't had in a while was peach cobbler. So he's gotten a peach cobbler for me. And I'm going to be filming, opening the things that I have received. and my peach cobbler. So you'll have to check it all out on Monday on the Welcome to My Playground video. But that's been my birthday. But I am hoping to feel better enough to go celebrate with my mom sometime this weekend. And then, of course, Mr. Joyful and I have a couple little getaway times coming up. And that's the biggest thing. That's when I'm really going to celebrate my birthday. So. And Doris said, sorry. Oh, hang on. Whoop, back up. Back up. We need to celebrate Miss Kim and thank her. And Miss Kim, this is for you. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. And then Miss Doris says, I guess knitting. Awesome. 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 Margie says she got it wrong. Samantha says, me too. I'm not sure if that was guess knitting or got it wrong saying crocheting. Tiffany says, yay, I got it right. I love it. Oh, y'all's enthusiasm makes me feel so great. Glad that we are doing these questions. Let's see. Margie says, yes, please. Samantha says, yes. Suzanne says, sure. Doris says, yes. And I think that means that y'all, the question. Oh, Samantha, I know what you're talking about. We did, and I will text it to you because you did leave before it finished. And we did talk about that real quick when the show was over. I'll text you. All right. I am doing it after this live, Samantha, as we record it all so that you guys can actually see it and be a part of me opening what I received from y'all. So I noticed in the text message earlier, you asked me why I hadn't, and that's why. I was waiting to do it, one, with Todd present, so he could be a part of it, but also so I could film it. So I really like your way of talking. It's so soothing and so comforting. Oh, well, that's a great birthday gift right there. Thank you so much. That is so sweet. Okay. Well, you guys said yes, you want to know. So this is the question that went out yesterday. Which shoe do I prefer to wear? Sneakers or flip-flops? 86% of you said sneakers and 14% of you said flip-flops. The correct answer is flip-flops. I hate shoes. I'm a Florida girl. I was born in Florida. I don't like wearing shoes, but if I have to, I will wear flip-flops. But what do I wear the majority of the time? I do wear tennis shoes the majority of the time, but I prefer to wear flip-flops because they're the closest thing to not wearing a shoe. And that way too, in the car, I can kick them off my feet and slide them back on. So if you said sneakers, I'm sorry, that was not the correct answer. But if you said flip-flops, it was. But I do wear sneakers probably 90% of the time. Here at home, I am pretty much always barefoot unless I'm cold. My temperature regulates through my feet. Some people, it's through their head. So I will wear fuzzy little boot slippers. But for the most time, I am barefoot. I'm not a big sock wearer. So y'all take notes because these might be questions going forward. Not a big sock wearer. I do wear socks with my tennis shoes, but I do prefer wearing tennis shoes that I don't have to wear socks with. But that's because, number one, I don't like anything on my feet if I can help it. That's the Florida girl in me. And it's the closest thing to not wearing a shoe. You got a sock and a shoe. Ugh. But the only time I do really, really, really like wearing socks is when I do wear my hiking boots or I wear my cowboy boots. So hope y'all are listening, because I know the cowboy boots will be a future question. So, all right. Oh yeah, I did put it up there when we were talking about it. Okay. All right. Let me see. Margie says, got it wrong. Suzanne says, woohoo, I got it right. Samantha says, I got it wrong. Tiffany says, darn it, I knew I should have gone with my original thought. I second guessed my gut. And Samantha said, giggle. And Nightbot said, Samantha, what's the hardest part about skydiving? Oh, wow. Yeah, the ground. All right. Well, you guys, I did it again. Of course, we started late too. And I do appreciate y'all giving us grace and starting almost 30 minutes late with the technology difficulty that we had at the watch party. But I didn't really allow any time for anyone to come up, but I will real quickly, I will drop that link in case somebody had something that they wanted to come up and share that they could. So if you've got something you want to show us, then feel free to come up. Would love to have you. Don't necessarily have to rush out of here, but I know that it is getting late, and I do have a little bit of a party waiting on me. So, right, Dora, she says, it's those second guesses that get you. So are you guys enjoying the 2 days to Friday questions? I'm curious to know if that is something that you are finding enjoyable. And I'm going to do something because it's killing me. This person told me I didn't have to say anything, but Samantha says, yes, she is enjoying them. I'm glad to hear that. Tiffany says, yes. Doris says, yes. That makes my heart smile. I'm so glad to hear that. It is not, Suzanne says, that was a fun question. Oh, thank you. Dawn says, I've been lurking. My eyes are getting heavy. Enjoy your beautiful day, Cynthia. Thank you so much, Dawn. Thank you for being here. Laura says, I'm waiting until I do my drawing. Can't wait to see that, Laura. I can't take full credit for 2 days to Friday. I did come up with that title name, but the thought and the idea of it was not entirely my own. And it's been killing me to not say something and give credit where credit is due. So I do want to do a little shout out to Kim, because it was really kind of her baby, her idea. And so there, I've said it, I got it off my chest, and now I feel like going forward, it can be my own thing. But I do have to give a little shout out that she gave me the idea of doing something on that line. And so I'm having fun with it. I love it. There's Dawn saying, remember, if you're feeling down, look up. Thank you so much, my friend, for that awesome, awesome reminder. We can never grow tired of hearing that either, because life has a way of just knocking us down all the time, or pulling the sand or the ground or the whatever out from underneath us. So it's always great to have that encouragement and reminder. So thank you so much, Dawn. All right. I want to be true to my word, and I want to give a great big shout out to, and I want to go back because I think I did miss something. I did. I don't know if you meant for this to happen, Kim, but it did come through twice. So if you didn't mean to do it twice, let me know, and I'll make sure you get reimbursed. But I do want to acknowledge and say thank you, in case you did mean for it to go out twice. But I do thank you for the second gift as well. And this is for you. Thank you. I'm laughing because that's my alarm to tell me to start getting ready for bed. But since I've been sleeping a lot, my bedtime is a little bit off as well. And it's my birthday. We're going to party just a little wee bit. But thank you so much, Kim. All right, so now I want to do a blanket shout out for Margie and for Wanda and for Tiffany and for Kim for their super stickers, super chats, and memberships tonight. And I want to also thank all of you for coming here and spending this time with me and lifting me up, laughing with me, watching the beautiful makes of our community together, inspiring, encouraging, loving on one another. I want to thank all of you. So this is for all of you. All right. I thank you all for your gift of support and friendship. Well, hope if you're not busy, you'll stop by the Joyful House tomorrow for Bible study at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and for movie night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And all of you that need prayer, just know that it's going out to you. And if there's something specific, never hesitate to send me an email and give me that opportunity to lift you up in prayer personally. All right. This is for all of you. All right. I hope y'all have had as much fun as I have. Thank you again for being here in the Joyful House tonight. And I look forward to seeing you again at the next tea party on Thursday, August 14th. And again, tomorrow, we got quite a few things going on, so I hope you can make it. Cheers. Thanks for joining me for this tea party. I love you guys. Have a great weekend if I don't see you tomorrow. All right. Wrong one.